Howdy, folks. Time is precious and oh so fleeting. Yet we have so many interesting people to meet and remarkable things to see. Join me, won't you?
It's the Ultimate Cleveland Show.
It starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ultimate Cleveland Show. I'm your host, Mike Polk Jr. We're coming to you from a very special event right now. This is called Accelerate. It is a celebration and a competition of Cleveland innovation. Different people are here to make their pitches, and maybe they just might get a grant to make their dream come true. I actually have competed myself, if I'm being honest. I made my own pitches to try and improve the city. I have not yet been accepted. Actually, here, take a look at a pitch that I made last year. Hi, I'm Cleveland Cultural Attaché Mike Polk Jr. Thank you for this opportunity. When I think of the authentic Cleveland experience, the first thing that springs to my mind is driving a car under horrific winter weather conditions on perilous highway stretches, such as the infamous Dead Man's Curve. Side note, looking back, we probably shouldn't have named it that. However, what about the people who were originally from Cleveland, but who have since moved to warmer climates, like Florida or Arizona, because they lack character? I'll bet those people would appreciate the opportunity to drive under terrible weather conditions once again as a way of feeling less homesick, right? That's why I'm proposing the development of my new Cleveland Winter Driving Simulator. How does it work? Ex-Clevelander retirees now living in Florida simply put on these virtual reality goggles before getting behind the wheels of their actual cars. They'll then be instantly whisked away into the icy realm of Cleveland. Imagine the joy as their hometown nostalgia washes over them while they attempt to negotiate brutal weather conditions for their very survival. You know, now that I'm saying this one out loud, I can already hear that this is not a home run.
Rejected!
Yeah, that's fair. That would be dangerous. That was a bad idea. Okay, strike one. Okay, so that one was rejected, as were several other pitches that I've made over the years to Accelerate. I'm going to be sharing some of those with you throughout our time here. But I thought maybe we should start off by actually getting to know what Accelerate is by talking to someone who knows what they're talking about. Let's do that. Why don't you explain to people, Maeve, what Accelerate is, in case they don't know?
So Accelerate is a civic pitch competition here in Cleveland where we take grassroots leaders and give them a platform to share their ideas to solve issues that they see in their communities. And then we give them a little seed money to help them get there. And if they don't make it to the finals, they still get great exposure and make amazing connections. Once you make it to Accelerate, you're already a winner.
Hi, my name is Devin Cotton, and I'm the CEO and founder of Universal Basic Employment and Opportunity.
Give us an idea of some of these pitches, like what's the theme of them?
We have different categories: health and well-being, quality of life, education, Cleveland experiences and excursions, economic prosperity. We hit it all here at Accelerate. Nothing is off limits, and we're here to make Cleveland a better place, one idea at a time.
As you know, I have submitted my own proposals every year in each category, and I have yet to even make it into the first round. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's favoritism?
No, I think you're just not applying in November like you should.
I'm a little late to the game.
Yeah.
I do feel like I've had some good ideas. Do you agree with that or no?
Oh, absolutely. I think you have some fabulous ideas.
I mean, here are a couple of them right now. Hi, I'm Mike Polk. Well, there it is. One of the area's greatest attractions, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It brings in an average of $13 million a year in tax revenue alone. It's been a financial boon for Cleveland, and it's just too bad that there's no way we can duplicate that success. Or can we? After all, what's better than a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? 2 Rock and Roll Halls of Fame! You see, as great as Rock Hall 1 is, let's admit it, the place can be a bit snooty and exclusive. Sure, it's a great place to visit if you're a fan of the Beatles or Bruce Springsteen, but what if you're a fan of less celebrated or musically competent artists like Nickelback, Limp Bizkit, or Chumbawamba? Where are you supposed to go to see cool displays celebrating your favorite artists? That's where the Rock Hall 2 comes in. Think of it as a less discerning spillover Rock Hall with a distinctly lower bar that doesn't get as hung up on the quality of the artists as they do on the quantity of their enthusiastic fans. After all, Smash Mouth fans have money too. Now, will Rock Hall 2 have the same level of prestige as Rock Hall 1? Probably not. But frankly, I don't think that fans of the Insane Clown Posse are all that concerned with prestige. And their Faygo-stained cash spends just the same as Eric Clapton's fans. Am I right?
Rejected!
Really? Huh. Okay, I thought that one had a shot. Okay, moving on. Hello, I'm Mike Polk, and these are my parents, Peggy and Mike Sr. I currently have them stored in a condominium in Westlake. They're both lovely and vibrant people, but like many parents their age, they find even the most simplistic tech issues to be beyond their understanding, and they've proven reluctant to learn. And why would they when they can just ask their busy son to drive over anytime they want to help them set up a Bluetooth speaker, replace a printer ink cartridge, or log them back into their Netflix account that they keep somehow managing to log themselves out of? I have no idea how. Enter the Mike Polk Teen Achievers Tech Support Program. Teens comprehend the latest technology far better than I ever could. And unlike me, teens also have a lot of spare time. Because really, what are they doing? This program would seek out tech-savvy teen volunteers who attend high schools located near my parents' condo. The chosen teens would then be required to stop by several times a week to do basic tech support for my folks, so that I don't have to keep driving over there. Responsibilities would include things like reminding them how to use their DVR, any light bulb replacement requiring a ladder, explaining cryptocurrency to my father and discouraging him from purchasing it, and listening to my dad complain about his brother-in-law and the Browns' offensive play calling. Now, full disclosure, these teens are going to hear a significant amount of profanity.
Rejected!
Now, come on. They just got a new digital picture frame. I don't want to have to walk them through that. You didn't think that was promising?
Well, you know, it's not really for me to decide.
Do you think it's part of the problem is that I'm the MC and they don't want to show favoritism, or?
That's gotta be it.
Because these are home runs, almost all. Actually, take a look at this one. Hi, I'm Mike Polk, and I'll admit it, I've put on a few Cleveland winter pounds. Of course, one of the hardest things about staying in shape is finding the motivation. I can't speak for you folks, but the last thing I feel like doing during a busy day is carving out the time to devote to personal fitness. In fact, I was just thinking about that yesterday while I was watching a 12-hour marathon of the Terminator movies on TBS, when something occurred to me. Those actors in the Terminator movies are always running for their lives from the deadly autonomous cyborgs known as the Terminators. And I realized that even though I hate running and exercise in general, if I had a killer robot chasing me, I'd run whether I felt like it or not. And I don't think I'm alone. That's why I propose the creation of 1,000 Terminator-like robots to be set loose within the city of Cleveland as a motivational tactic, so that all of us would be compelled to get some decent cardio in, whether we like it or not. Don't feel like exercising today? Well, that's too bad, because I'll bet you'll feel differently once one of these fellas is nipping at your heels. Of course, the next logical question is, what would happen if one of these Terminators actually caught me? Would it really do me harm? Who really knows? Would you want to be the first one to find out?
Rejected!
Okay, I feel like maybe you guys aren't even really listening to these pitches at this point. This is all gold. Whatever. Hello, I'm Mike Polk. While visiting downtown recently, I had a revelatory technology idea that I think could change the whole game. And not just here in Cleveland, but around the globe. I think we can all agree that parking meters are a huge hassle, especially in the event that you find yourself short on change. I mean, who even still carries change? And then it occurred to me, what if I invented an entirely new model of parking meter that, instead of requiring unsanitary loose change, was capable of accepting payment via far more convenient methods, such as the common credit card? I'm assuming your minds are blown right now. Now, I know this probably sounds like something out of a futuristic sci-fi movie, and I'm not saying that humankind currently has the sort of advanced technology that would be required to develop a functioning model of something this groundbreaking. But what? Those already exist? They've existed since the late 1990s? Almost all major cities have them except us? Well, why the hell don't we have—
Rejected!
Okay. Last one. Last chance. And I've thought a lot about this, and I've decided to re-pitch an idea from last year that I still contend was my best one, but that was, for whatever reason, rejected. I think maybe people just weren't ready. But here goes again. Implementing real social change is an imposing task, in large part because we're a diverse population with diverse ideas. But I still believe there is one potential change upon which we can all agree. Downtown Cleveland still needs to open a Red Lobster. Don't you
Rejected again!
Come on! What monster wouldn't want that? So I got a couple questions for you. You are a Cleveland innovator, and I have some inventions that were made here in Cleveland. And you have to guess which of these three items was made in Cleveland. Okay. The modern street light, the modern flashlight, or the modern disco ball.
Modern street light.
Modern street light, correct! the baggage carousel, the air traffic control tower, or the airport shuttle?
I'm gonna go shuttle.
I'm gonna stick with shuttle.
You guys stuck together and you lost together like brothers. It's actually the air traffic control tower, the folding chair, the modern hammock, or the padded bicycle seat.
The folding chair.
Good guess. We do love to sit, but it's actually the padded bicycle seat.
Really?
I know. Spider-Man, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Superman.
Very good. Took too long. Good and Plenty's, Lifesavers, or Hubba Bubba Bubblegum.
I'm saying good and plenty.
Okay.
I'm gonna also say good and plenty.
Okay, well, you are both wrong. It is Lifesavers. Lifesavers. The remote control, the digital watch, or the alkaline battery.
I feel like the remote control.
It's actually the alkaline battery.
Alkaline battery just seemed kind of boring. I thought like remote control, of course we invented the
Right?
remote.
You would think that we would have invented the reason not to get up. The windshield wiper, the squeegee, or the sham wow.
The squeegee.
You going squeegee?
I'm going sham wow, baby.
All right, amazingly, you have both answered incorrectly again. It is the windshield wiper that was invented in 1921.
You can't edit this in post to make us right?
I'm gonna make you guys so much more wrong. The traffic light, the gas mask, the modern sewing machine.
All three.
By who?
Garret Morgan.
Man, he is like a prince around here. This has to be the largest collection of people who know who Garret Morgan is in one building, right? Ramen noodles, Kraft mac and cheese, or beefaroni.
Ramen noodles for sure.
Good guess on ramen noodles. It's not. It's beefaroni. Chef Boyardee is from Cleveland, Ohio. I know.
Oh,
right?
okay.
The indoor amusement park, the indoor skating rink, or the indoor shopping mall.
I'm an IX Center kid, so I'm going indoor amusement park.
It's definitely IX Center.
Okay, you guys, I think that your project is great. Your idea is great. You're wrong again. It was actually the Euclid Arcade, the traffic light, the gas mask, or the modern sewing machine.
All three.
All three is correct. Garret Morgan, everybody.
That's right.
Hero of Cleveland, Garret Morgan, never stopped inventing things. I hope you guys do the same. Congratulations on making it this far, and good luck as you advance.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any advice for me before I go in and MC this thing for my third time in a row?
If you don't want to be our MC next year, you should apply to actually compete in November.
That's really smart. That's really smart. That's a way out. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for having me, and good luck to everyone competing, and thanks for putting this on. It's good for Cleveland, and we appreciate you.
Thank you so much for being a part of it.
So I actually did submit to Accelerate again this year, and I was once again unceremoniously rejected. I believe we actually have my pitch. Why don't you go ahead and take a look at it. Hello, I'm local roustabout Mike Polk Jr. As you know, for many men here in the greater Cleveland area, it is never not short season. Whether it's 95 in the shade or 35 below freezing, ain't nothing stopping my Northeast Ohio boys from bringing that midsummer beach vibe to that midwinter snow squall. Why do we do it? Prideful tradition? Shameless peacocking to establish our virility? Or is it just really not that cold out and we just don't see what all the big fuss is about? Regardless of why we do it, men illogically wearing shorts in winter is a Midwest institution, and it's a custom that's not going away. But can it be improved? I believe that it can. While wearing shorts in winter inarguably rules, let's face it, it's not without its drawbacks, such as heavy reliance on mesh basketball shorts, not ideal for winter climate. Upper body still needs to be protected from elements, and lack of adequate pockets. Well, good news, winter shorts lovers, because thanks to my new innovation, your day has finally arrived. Introducing the Midwest Man Snowsuit, the perfect combination of fashion and function. Up top, it's virtually waterproof and windproof with sealed seams, fine stitching, and a high-quality Gore-Tex polyinsulation blend capable of withstanding sub-zero temperatures. And on the bottom, absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Just the way you like it. As an Ohio man, this is everything I've ever wanted in my winter apparel. I can finally shovel my walk in comfort and pride, and with enough built-in pocket space to hold up to 6 beers at a time. Great Lakes area gentlemen, this is what progress looks like. The question is, are you bold enough to see it? Because guess what? Your destiny has just arrived, and it is not wearing pants. The Midwest Man Snowsuit, available exclusively at Mark's. Ha! I thought that was a slam dunk. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Look, I'm no sore loser. Congratulations to the winners of this year's Accelerate and everybody who made it this far in the Accelerate competition. I think it's a great thing that they do here for the city of Cleveland, and you should check it out next year. I'll be here unless they don't invite me back. Pretty good chance. Thanks for watching the Ultimate Cleveland Show. I bid you adieu.